Hey there, you're welcome back to my free real estate investment course, and this is going to be the second video in this particular module. We've actually looked into a few other very important topics, and I encourage you to go check out those videos before coming back to watch this particular video because they are insightful, especially if real estate sounds like what you want to do or you're already doing currently, right? To equip you with more information and insight on how to strive in this particular industry. And today we want to take the journey further by looking at the necessary documents required for legal due diligence, right? But before we move ahead on this, I just want to remind you that my team and I here at Ideal Homes and Estate Developers Limited are always on ground and available to guide and assist you all through your real estate investment journey. If you're buying a property, you're selling a property, do well to reach out to us and we will do well to guide you appropriately, right? Our properties are in strategic locations such as Guzape, Mbora, Apo, Idu, Kiyami, the airport road, and so on and so forth. So I want you to reach out to us right now and we will do well to deliver that appropriate property to you according to your needs. So without further ado, come with me, let's jump right into this topic. So like I was trying to explain in my previous video, right, the documents you would need when trying to do your due diligence in Aegis is quite different from the documents you would need when going to do your due diligence in a real estate developing company. And this is simply because there's what we call an estate land and a non-estate land. I would explain. An estate land simply refers to those lands or those properties that are in an enclosed community where a developer is in charge of facilitating the documentation and the infrastructural development. Now, a non-estate land is that land or that house that is not under the control of a particular real estate developer. Thereby, the owner of such property has the flexibility to fully maximize their property for any use of their choice. But also, they would depend on the general infrastructure from the government. So these are the basic difference between a non-estate land and an estate land. So this is not a specific video for that purpose, for that discussion, but I just thought of bringing it up for you to have an understanding of where we are headed to. However, there are videos on this particular topic right now. You could check our YouTube channel for such video and you would be much more enlightened about that. So for a non-estate land, the documents you need to execute your due diligence are: number one, you need the C of O or the R of O of the seller. Number two, you need the TDP. It's also called the technical deed plan or the survey plan. Number three is the power of attorney and the deed of assignment. This is usually used to trace the history of the land. When you lay hold on this set of documents, you go to Aegis and tender those documents there. Usually, Aegis would request for just the C of O or the R of O. Then they swing it into their machine and then bring it out with the result to say, okay, this C of O is original. Then you use that C of O, which is original, to trace the TDP and the power of attorney down all the way to the history of the land. So with the report from Aegis, if you're satisfied with the search report, right, you could decide to proceed with the transaction, and if you're not satisfied, you could decide to back out of the transaction. So for an estate land, on the other hand, you don't need a C of O because you're not going to Aegis. You're going to the real estate developer's office, right? So what you need is the allocation letter which the real estate developer gave to the seller. So when you lay hold on the allocation letter, also with the power of attorney and the deed of assignment, then you proceed to the developer's office and they would be able to tell you if this person really owns a property with them in that estate. Usually, if the person is the second allottee, you would get power of attorney and deed of assignment. But if the person is the first allottee, that means the developer sold directly to the person, you might not get a power of attorney and a deed of assignment. But if the person bought from somebody else before you are about to buy, then the person should have a power of attorney and a deed of assignment. It is usually very difficult for somebody to scam you if you want to buy property in an estate, because the process of trying to ascertain ownership is very straightforward and seamless. You could easily ascertain ownership under 1 hour, unlike ages where you need to write, go to bank to pay the necessary fees, and then wait for a report and all of those. That could take you between 2, 3, 4 days. But here in an estate, you just have to write to the company, and under 1 hour the report on that particular client or that particular folder will be rolled out for you to see. Again, I encourage that you work hand in hand with your lawyer so as to help guide you appropriately. Right now, in summary, we've looked at the necessary documents required for legal due diligence. I want to let you know that with all of this information that you're already getting from this course, you're equipping yourself to be one of the very few smart real estate investors we have today. Also, just to remind you that this is a full real estate investment course. We had previous videos before this, and we also have subsequent videos after this particular video. So do well to watch all of these videos to be well equipped for what the real estate industry has to offer you. My name is Andrew Onoja. I'm a top selling realtor. I'm a real estate developer and a real estate consultant. My team and I here at Ideal Homes and Estate Developers Limited are always available to guide you through the process of starting your real estate journey. So if this sounds like what you want to do well to reach out to me right now, and I'll be so glad to put you on the line to begin your real estate investment journey. Up until then, I'll see you on the next video, where we shall be talking about documentation, how to transfer title document to the next buyer, what are those documents you need to have when you're buying your next property. I'll see you on that video.